Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. The most beautiful names of Allah. Allah Al Malik, the King. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. How are you, my dear brothers and sisters? Hope you are all doing well. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. There is no one like Allah, and He is all-hearing, all-seeing. It is important to love Allah more than anyone else because He created us and we were not there before. He is the one taking care of us, providing us, and guiding us. He is the King, and this name will make us attach more to Him. When we are told about a king, it means he has a high position. He has palaces, he has people working for him, and he makes rules. And everyone has to obey. And if they want anything, they go and ask him. Allah is the King of the kings, so we cannot call anyone else King of the kings. Any king in this life was a baby, and then they have to grow up and learn. And then a king grows old and dies, and is then replaced with another king. Or there can be a bad king, and then the kingdom ends like Fir'aun and Namrud. And there are good kings as Sulaiman alayhi salam and Dhul Qarnayn. Allah is the King of the kings, and no one is like Him. He is a true king. He is always a king, and He is always above the seven heavens. He is the King, the first and the last, the apparent and the hidden. Allah is the true King because His kingship does not perish, and no one can affect His kingship. For other kings, either it is passed down to them, or they take it from someone else, or they leave it. Allah, the King of the kings, is perfect. He never sleeps, He is never tired, He is never bored, and He is never unfair. He always hears perfectly, sees perfectly, and shows mercy perfectly. Unlike other kings who are not perfect, they have to learn and they make mistakes. Only Allah is perfect. Allah is the King of all people and all creations, from jinn, angels, and animals. Allah is the King of mankind. He is the King of the jinn, He is the King of the angels, and He is the King of the animals. Allah is the King of the heavens, the earth, and the mountains. Everything belongs to Him, and this means everyone is a slave and is under His kingship. No one can move, no one can remain still, no one can do anything or say anything except by the permission of Allah. So when we know Allah is our King, and He is above all, above the seven heavens, then no one can be above Him, and no one can do anything greater than Him. He is the King of kings, and the creation cannot do anything except by His permission. It is by His permission that He gives us, and it is by His permission that everything happens. So we should think good of Him. We should not cross our boundaries. The kingship of Allah is real, and He is the one who decrees everything in His kingdom. He creates the humans, jinn, and the creations. He decides how they will look, where they will be placed. He is involved in every detail of their life. All that we have is because Allah the King gave us. So it is important we listen. Wherever we go, to the north, south, east, and west, in the mountains and the seas, Allah is the King, and we should listen and obey Him, not disobey Him. Allah the King does not neglect the people. He is the one who commands, rewards, and punishes. He commands us to pray, fast, be good to our parents, and not speak bad words. So it is important to listen to our King. And He is the one who will account others. So we cannot judge and say, this person goes to Jannah, and this one goes to the fire, or this one is good, and this one is bad. Only Allah accounts and judges because He knows. And only He is the one who recompenses. Only He can reward, and only He can punish. So when people do bad things, Allah will punish them. We should be concerned with ourselves and wanting to do good. Allah is a great King, and He is not just a king in this life, but He is the King in the hereafter. Everyone is a slave, and He will say, to whom is the kingship today? To Allah, the one, the irresistible. When we believe in Allah Al Malik, what should we do? We should not judge or account anyone. We should speak good and obey Allah, the King of the Kings. Even if we have things, we do not own it or the people. It all belongs to Allah. He owns everyone and everything. It is important to magnify, respect, and love Allah, the King of the Kings. All praises are due to Allah, Lord of the worlds. Peace be upon you, and the mercy and the blessings of Allah. We love Allah Al Malik. Jazakumullahu khair. Barakallahu feekum.